Hello everyone, welcome back to lesson 6 of Game Making with Scratch. Today we're going to do the last and third part of our boat race project. We're going to finish it and give it a professional look with game screens. Okay, so let's take a look at our schedule today. Alright, first things first, in this video we are going to embark on individual learning. So you're going to watch a short clip of how the boat race should look like in this final part 3 of your project. And then I'm going to introduce to you what's new about it. And I'm going to give you some expectations for your activity today. Okay? Then after this, on your own, for activity, I will need you to follow instructions on your eCampus ITHBL page. Okay? Download the instructions, go to Scratch and complete your boat race with the help of the instructions. Okay? Just do your best. If you really cannot finish it at home, it's fine. We will try to find another time in class to finish it up. Okay? So let's get started with learning. Okay, so today we're going to work on the last and final part of our boat race, which is part 3. Let's take a look at how it should look like at the end of today. Okay, so everyone, the gameplay part is about the same, but what you notice is at the start of the game, we actually had game screens, right? So today we're going to make our game look more professional with some game screens like what you did for your Avoid the Dot project. So last lesson, we have worked on our gameplay by adding the speed arrows to your maze. Today, we're going to add a title backdrop as well as an instructions backdrop. Okay, so your game will look more complete, and for each of these screens, it will be activated with different codes. Okay, so let's see how the codes will work. Okay, so to add your game screens in, this is what we're going to do. For your stage, we're going to add in this code first. When green flag is clicked, switch backdrop to title. So this means when your game starts, it should start with the title screen first. Okay? What's next? Now, when we press the space key, we're going to switch the backdrop to the instructions screen. So after the title screen has shown, when we press the space bar, it should reroute us back to the instruction screen. Okay? Now, what's next? When the backdrop switches to instructions, forever, if mouse down, then switch backdrop to gameplay. So this means that when our instruction screen is showing, if it senses our click, mouse down is click. If the instruction screen senses our click, it will switch the background to the gameplay, which is the maze. Okay? Now, class, I know that some of you are asking a question. How come today's code looks so long? Why did we not use the when stage click switch backdrop to gameplay? Okay, the reason for this is because when stage click, this refers to any part of your stage. So in the whole game, as long as you click anywhere on your stage, whether it's during the game itself or whether it's on your instruction screen, the backdrop will always switch to your gameplay. Okay, So to make sure this doesn't happen, we are going to make sure the clicking only works for the instruction screen. So when the backdrop switch to instruction screen, then you can click to change it to the gameplay. All right, so this is the code that we need. Moving on. Okay, so you have added the code for your stage. You will also need to do the same for your boat. Okay, so you need to modify your boat code to add them in. Okay, and not to worry, there's not a lot of coding today involved. All you need to do is just to modify a bit of your boat code, okay, at the start. So let me zoom in to show you what we need to do for your boat sprite. Okay, first things first, we need to add in a new code. When green flag is clicked, hide the boat at the start because we don't want the boat to show when our game screens are on. Okay, and then for the long boat code at the very start, we're going to, instead of when green flag click, we're going to change it to when backdrop switches to gameplay, show the boat, and then switch costume to normal, so on and so forth. Okay, so please take note, there are just 4 new changes we need to do for the boat sprite. Okay, very simple today. So most of the time is spent on your game screens actually. Okay, so just to summarize, today for your sprite, for your boat sprite, you need to modify the code to add in your game screens, but you do this after you have created your game screen, okay? So your game screens, you have to create them on your stage, okay? An instruction screen and a title screen, and then you have to code them on the stage first before you code them for the boat sprite. All right? Okay, now we are done with the lesson. Let me give you some expectation for today's task, okay? So what will you accomplish today? Firstly, I will need you to go to eCampus ITHBL page, watch the demonstration videos that I have put up, okay? This is optional actually. If you think you're confident enough to try on your own, go ahead. If you think you need some help, go back to the videos and watch, okay? Once done, download and follow the instructions that I posted for part 3, and then I will need you to go to Scratch, complete your boat race. In today's instructions, I will give you all the steps from part 1, part 2 to part 3. Okay, so if you have unfinished work from a previous lesson, you can still finish up what you missed out on. Okay, so very importantly, class, today I'm not there to remind you, but please, when you're done, save your work and sign out of Scratch. Okay, so that your effort is not wasted. We at least save something. Okay, and I will need you to do one last thing. Go back to eCampus when you're finished. I need to do a self-checklist so that it will help me to understand you better, whether you learned the lesson well or you need some extra help. Okay? So enjoy yourself. Have fun with your last boat race part. And I will see you next time.